Okay, now we're on.
All right. Pocket Scout map review on process here. Just gonna go over the mid fights really fast. Usually when I start off a mid fight, I'm usually jumping straight up to this rock right here and just checking out where soldiers are on this mid. It is a good habit on any map, like any map, even Koth, for you to get up on high ground or just a position that gives you a lot of vision and mentally note where the two enemy soldiers are. This will help you later on in the mid with helping defending against them. Like, so you kind of know what's possible. Like if you get up here, it's like, okay, there's a soldier hiding over there, and there's a soldier that's hanging out on top of the crate right there. Now I kind of know. I kind of know what the threats to my medic are now, and I'm able to respond faster and more efficiently to them. Most times teams will play the central, but you can do rotations to the left or right. In either case, you kind of want to hold up in here for the rock for quite a while here before you start making your movement forward. Right here. And you're just still trying to keep tabs on those two soldiers and not trying to play too far from your medic so you can kind of keep that zone of control. And of course, if the two soldiers are out of the fight, or like they are too low health or they're dead, you can take the initiative to push forward with the rest of your team to help mop up. Remember, also if you're looking for even more to do on top of what I just told you, you can also take this chance to pistol anybody who's within range here. Like, just try to get an easy 30 damage off on someone while you're up here. Just like unload a pistol mag into maybe a guy standing up there. Or if the demo man is visible down there, absolutely put pistol shots into him. Demo damage is very worth it. Yep, otherwise it's about zone of control, like around your medic, which is just the same as any other map. Like, establish high ground, protect your medic from soldiers that are probably going to bomb them. And yeah. And then once the other soldiers are out of the equation, you can move forward. If you start losing the mid, it is your responsibility to make sure your medic gets out, and the route most often taken is just through choke right here, down on the oh man, I can't jump right now, on the low ground right here, and you usually escape into your last from this lower door right here with your medic. So if your team loses a mid, it is your responsibility to get your medic all the way out. You might have to give your life to do it, but hopefully you both can get out alive. Yeah, if you end up winning the mid fight, it depends on how many kills you get. Oftentimes teams will back off after very minimal losses so they can hold second pretty well. So it's just a matter of decision making on how many kills you have, if you should just send a sack or if you should try to actually get into second here. Obviously, if their whole team is dead, like you wiped them on mid, you should ignore the second point, and you should get into one of the doors looking here and like start looking at the doors here and trying to shoot down a sentry gun or lock out a door if possible, maybe secure a spawn kill or something. But that's more of a demo man thing than it is a scout thing. Maybe you could like pistol down a sentry gun or something. But if you wipe the enemy team, don't even try to cap second. Just get over here and start pressuring last. You can back out if you need to, if it's necessary, and wait for your team, but you should get that early pressure going so you get the information that you need. If you're... Now we're gonna talk... same as Gully Wash, I'll talk about positioning on going from last to middle. Actually, last to last on the positions that I usually take. Starting with disadvantage, working to evens, and then how I would take a push, and then repeating that for every point. On disadvantage on last, I usually play my medic up here. And I kind of try to play up here with my medic standing inside this doorway right here, kind of staying out of danger because the enemy team could use through has many options to use in here, and you want to be able to kite your medic out. Like if they come in through one, you want to be able to run away, kite to the other side. Get your medic away from the Uber. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit more risky, it's kind of worth it to get out here with your medic will have to come out a little bit, but if you look down here, you can see whether that shutter door is opening or closing. You won't be able to see people if they hug the wall here, but you will be able to see this shutter door open and close, which might be enough information for you to know what's going on. So if you can peek here, and if you see that shutter door open and close, you know one is a possibility, and you would back up over here anyways. But at least now you know that there's somebody one. Hopefully the rest of your team is spotting lobby right there, so you can kite to the side where the enemy Uber is not. You want to end on the side that they're not, just so you can drag out the fight as long as possible, because fights on your last benefit you the longer they drag out, because you have the spawns. You can get instant health and ammo the other team can't, and if someone on your team, or if you trade with someone on their team, then your respawner will be there first, because your spawn is right there, and theirs is all the way over on mid. Moving on to even situations, usually I like to play engineer on Pocket Scout. I'll usually put the gun either here or here. Both are good spots, and if I have time, a dispenser down there for my medic and demo man. Yeah, those are both decent spots. Also, it is worth noting on this map, back to the disad part, is playing heavy here is incredibly good, because you can actually see most of the control point just from barely being... You're basically in the spawn when you're looking at this. So you can be a threat to the people trying to cap the point, and if they try to kill you, you can just hit your resup bind, and you can do it all over again. And they have to pay attention to you. Let's see. Sniper's not too bad on this map either. Common spot right there. Kind of looking into 5 right here, or maybe part of 4 over there, just on the staircase right there. Maybe you can hit someone's foot, or maybe someone peeking through 4. And you can also hit somebody maybe peeking through 2 up there on sniper. But otherwise, I usually go with sentry gun in the bread and butter spots, like right there. And that helps a lot with your last hold. Move attacking second. Usually your best option for getting into second is from this lower door right here. So you're going to need to be cautious of people standing up here. And there's an edge bug up there that you need to be aware of. Someone could be standing up there. I probably can't do it here, but trust me, there is one up here. I kind of hit it there. Didn't quite get it. But it is their hiding spot. Common hiding spot right there. Scouts love standing up there. I don't have the health, but you can stand, like right there. So maybe one of your soldiers should take a shot into there, but as Pocket Scout, if you need to check it, you can just do a quick jiggle peek right there. Most common threat, though, you'll see is probably stickies up here. In which case, if that's going to be a problem, you can just use the Uber through, or you can have like your demo man. Your demo man hit like an air det, or your soldier jump through and knock them down for you. Or you can just kind of do a jiggle and try to bait out the det. If you're going to use Uber, you're probably going to end up ending it near choke right here. Be careful, as people might try to shove behind you. Like if you use an Uber through down there, soldiers sometimes like to jump on 2 right here and try to kill your guy here and then jump to last to try and get a back cap. Or maybe the scout that was hiding there like jumps down and tries to shove his way through. Just know those are all possibilities if you take your Uber too deep in. But hopefully if you're using Uber into the enemy team here, you have something of an advantage. Yeah. Disad on second. You usually want to be leaving 2 right here. So usually I'm kind of dancing. I'm dancing around here with my medic, kind of ready to leave with them. And usually my demo man is also like slinging like pipes and stickies over there at the people that are probably trying to use in. So you're not, unfortunately, as Pocket Scout, you don't do too much on second disad because it's just too far away to do anything. You're just there to give your medic protection and speed once they do have to leave. Evens on second. My favorite spot is up here. This spot's really great. Right here, you can get here by double jumping on that and then double jumping off of that up to there.
A simple basher jump also works.
Yep, that does work too. Up here is just fine as well. If you can't get up onto that fence right there, you're watching for bombs coming through choke, and bombs coming from Al Qaeda right there. Those are the big ones that you have to watch out for. They're going to try and land on your medic back here. Be ready for it. Just protect your medic best you can. Don't overcommit too hard to anyone coming out here because they're just going to jump over your head and land on your medic. Attacking second, or attacking mid, sorry. Choke is usually your best option. You have to kind of bait it here because soldiers will probably try to bomb you, especially from right there. Your pocket soldier has a lot of work to do. Your pocket soldier will have to like jump through, and then they could try to land on the soldier that might be hiding there. And you got to clear stickies. There's all sorts of sticky spots. Some obvious ones, some less obvious ones, and some really less obvious ones. I didn't place those very well, but you can make these pretty sneaky if you're a better demo man than I am. Especially if the demo man kind of plays down some stickies to distract you, like from the real ones. Like you might see these and you might go wide, and you might end up getting deleted by the real ones. You're definitely watching for soldiers high bombing your medic from here as you're trying to get through. And if you can establish yourself up on the rock, but be cautious, there might be stickies here. So you have to be very careful about getting up on this rock. And you might want to even check it first before you decide to jump up there. If you're pushing to the enemy mid, there's a chance, depending on how you got into that situation in the first place, that there's a sniper hiding in forwards right there. If you suspect that, you need a soldier to bomb it right there so your guys can get in. Or if you can't do that, you might choose to come in through IT instead. But getting in through IT is pretty difficult because it's a very small door, and the demo man has plenty of options of where to put traps. Let's see. Disad on mid, I like to leave IT right here because it gives a good view of the two places that they could enemy team could possibly be coming in from, and of course, their IT as well. This just gives you this puts your demo man in range to like start hitting their choke if possible, and then if they use in, you can just run away through IT. Ideally, I'm like standing up here, like ready to run away with my medic who'd be standing down there, just kind of getting a view of things, seeing where they're coming from, and then once they start coming in, I would like back down and start playing to leave with my medic. Evens on mid, usually I'm playing into sack plays right here. So usually I'm playing up on this roof right here, or I'm playing up on the rock right here, because my team is going to be running sack plays, but as the pocket scout, that's not really like any of my concern what the sack plays are doing. It's just I'm ready for the counter sack, because if your sack fails, they're going to send a soldier pretty quick, so you need to be ready for it. Just play with your medic and watch for the counter sack. Attacking second here. Choke is okay. I usually like coming in through Al Qaeda because it gives me the most distance possible from the enemy and gives me a lot of cover. Of course, there's tons of traps to clear, but that's the same with any good push. There's tons of traps to clear. Rely on your soldier and do your own due diligence as well. Check this shit. Make sure they're not putting any sneaky traps over your head, and especially not dropping your medic. Here you have great vision. You should be able to see most soldiers, like just from right here. And you can play to defend your medic and walk them in. Right here, you might be taking the you might at some point use, but you probably don't want to use Uber before here if you can help it. Just so maybe you can get some value out of it. Hopefully you don't have to use Uber at all if you come out. Al-Qaeda side. Of course, you could come in through choke as well, but you should really, the most common one is the high bomb off this right here. They'll come in from the skybox and land behind you and onto your medic. So be especially aware of that if you're coming through choke. Like, look high. Because they can be coming from, like, right above you. Let's see. Also, when you're coming in, common trap spots you might see are ones like that right there. So if you run up the pipe, then you get blasted. Obviously, this one's a common one, and it's also a common hiding spot right there. It's like you might have a soldier just waiting right there, or a scout waiting to pounce on your medic. Yeah, getting into second. If you're Ubering in, sometimes with your demo man, it can be good to, let me get some health here. Hopefully. Hopefully your demo man can, like, take an Uber and stop the enemy team from, like, leaving if they're trying to leave one right there. Or something like that. Just try to cut off their exit so you and your medic can, like, catch up and try to get a good Uber and maybe catch some people. So you can snowball that into a last. Evens on second right here, usually sending sack plays again. But before I send a sack play, I like to try and secure lobby right here. So my team moves to secure lobby into here, and I'm kind of backing them up here. And I'm kind of clearing possible traps, or helping clear possible traps. Your soldiers should be doing most of it, but you've got to do your own cleanup work here to make sure that traps aren't affecting your team too badly. Other than that, again, you're watching for the counter sacks and just making sure that your team's sacks go off without a hitch. Once your team is sacked, you would get out of lobby, and I'll usually play up here and watch for the counter sack. Up here, because this gives you view on all 4 possible doors. Well, 5 if nobody's watching. That one right there. Yeah. Then moving to attack last with advantage. Usually I try to go through either 3 or 4. 3 or 4 are the good ones, but all doors are very viable here. Don't let me saying that 3 and 4 are my preferred stop you from playing the other ones. 5 can be really good, especially if you know they don't have a sniper, because you can really work your team in here and really get a lot of distance before you have to use Uber because of all the cover. And then, like, you could use Uber, like, a cross point right here, and that can be really good. But the classic one you'll see is just the use through 3 here, and your demo man, like, jumps up and tries to, like, hit the people running and kiting through the heaven there. So maybe, like, your roamer soldier can jump through here and hit the ramp slide and try to land on the guys running away over here. If the as always when attacking last, if the entire enemy team is, like, just trying to kite away from you, you should just move to immediately shoot some stickies off of point and just start edging the cap right there, and, like, just trying to get a little bit of cap time. Make the enemy team scared that you're like starting to cap it, and then as soon as an enemy soldier jumps you, back off and kill them. Rinse and repeat until you've won the last point. Don't commit too hard to baiting the cap here. You don't have to commit much to scare people into attacking you. It just needs to be a little bit. Don't stick the don't, like, plant yourself on the point here in hopes of winning the whole game when you could just scare them into thinking that you're going to do that, and then just dance off the point right away and shoot whoever is trying to stop you. Make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Questions?
Yeah. Well, okay. When the sack failed, like, how do you handle this side on their second? Like getting your med out to mid.
Oh, I missed that one. Okay. Decide out to mid. I usually like playing kind of up here. So up here, kind of looking, and with my medic playing to leave. Choke right there. And then I'm just kind of watching and then just waiting, ready to run away when their team uses in. Remember, don't overstay here. You're not really doing much for your defending players anyways, other than you're the last line of defense if anyone gets to your medic. Let everyone else deal with trying to force them or go for back caps and all that stuff. Yeah, you're just the last line of defense for your medic. Don't try to do anything else.
Yeah, I'm well aware of staying with my med. I'm ready to leave on this ad.
Yep. Anything else?
No, like that missing bit of information was all I really needed to know. Like, I mean, it could have been a thing. Like, maybe I wasn't listening, but if you know that you actually overlooked it, then we got it now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's the brief version of process there. Again, I just wanted you to take that with any mid-fight. It's not just process. You should get up on a good vantage point, note where the two soldiers are, and then you can start like doing the rest of your mid. If you start your mids by doing that, you'll see a noticeable improvement.
All right, noted.
That is any mid, including Koth.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already started doing that on Gully Wash.
Been working out good for you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, is that it? Is that all you need?
Yeah, that'll be it for now.